I'm Miss Townsend. What I'm going to show you are some basics for introducing yourself to using the Microsoft Word program. And what I have here is an example of a assignment that I typically give out. And some of the things that I'd like for my students to know is when you use Microsoft, you can see here on number 1, your document will automatically use a specific font and a specific size. By default, that font size is going to be a size 11 Calibri. And also by default, you can see here on number 2, this flashing icon, see my cursor, excuse me, that will always be found in the upper left corner of the document. And the reason being is because our society reads left to right, top to bottom. But what I really wanted to show you, aside from all this, let me close out of those, is that there are some shortcuts you can use that will help you move through this home ribbon with some efficiency. What I like to do is I like to create these little cheat sheets. You can see I've got these little pieces of tape for my students. On your keyboard, I'm not going to use my laptop keyboard, I'm going to use a separate keyboard so you can see. There is a control key. That control key is going to allow you to use shortcuts, and that way you can keep your hands on your keyboard. So shortcuts as far as saving, printing, maybe undoing something that you have done, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to also post this up here. There we go. So you can see here I've got a list of tribes. I'm going to select those, and you can see that I've got bullets and numbering. If I change this, you can see here, there's the lettering, to bullets, you can see it's replaced it. Think of it kind of like an off and on switch. And over here, I have decrease indent, and I'm going to take it back. Now this is why I'm showing you this. If you have a list and you want to be specific about the category you're talking about, these two icons, increase and decrease indent, are going to help you do that. So here I'm talking and discussing about Shoshone Indians. There are different types of tribes that fall under Shoshone. So to be specific, I would indent. And the same here with Apache. These are two different tribes, but to be that much more specific about the type of Apache, you can see I can indent White Mountain Mescalero. So we've got two tribes, and now we're being that much more specific about the type of tribes. Now, let's say I'm going to start using these shortcuts. I accidentally delete that. What I can do with my shortcut, and if I'm pressed for time, without taking off my hands off the keyboard, Control plus the letter S, Control, the letter S, will save what I'm doing, no matter what. But now Control plus Z, I can undo my mistake. So it brings that back. So that's one of the shortcuts. Now the other thing that I'm going to show you, let me scroll down. I call these my mouse notes. Let me move my keyboard over. There are specific things that you can do with your mouse. I'm sure you're aware of them. You have a left mouse button, a right mouse button. Depending upon your type, you may have this little roller ball that allows you to scroll up and down on your document. Here, dragging is when you click, there we go, and drag your mouse across. That allows you to select the word. But notice right here, where I have this highlighted in yellow, I'm going to undo that highlight so you can see. There we go. What I can do is I can press the mouse button down once, and that just allows me to put my cursor anywhere on the document. And you can see the user will press the right mouse button down once. So you've probably heard the term, well, click on it. That's what I'm discussing. Pressing that mouse button is a click. So now, what about a double click? The user will press the left mouse button down twice. Check this out. Let's say I misspell press. Let's call it press. There we go. And it'll give me that red squiggle. Right away I know that's misspelled. If I press that mouse button twice, 1, 2, it selects just that one word. So now I'm going to press my right mouse button and it brings up this menu that gives me correct spellings. I want the first selection there, press. So depending upon how many times you press your mouse, or depending upon how fast you want a word process and keep your hands on the keyboard, that's what these shortcuts allow you to do, and that's what understanding the use of your mouse will allow you to do. I'm going to scroll down one more time because there's more mouse tricks here. Number 4, the user will press quickly the left mouse button 3 times. It will select an entire paragraph. So I'm going to show you by scrolling down here. So you can see I have Sherman High School is located in Southern California. It's nestled within the orange groves of Riverside County. The distance to beaches, mountains, deserts, and theme parks are all within 45 minutes. Drives to entertainment, trampoline parks, malls, and movie theaters are within 10 minutes. I think it's more like 5. And students may have chances to visit some of these venues. So we've got that paragraph, and there's actually 2 because watch. I'm going to triple click. 1, 2, 3. That's the first paragraph. And that might not seem significant, but if I wanted to select this, you can see where I've clicked anywhere. Let me try that again. What I want to do is move it. 1, 2, 3. I can click anywhere in here. And let's say I want it to come after that second paragraph. That's what it allows me to do. So understanding shortcuts, understanding how many times you click and drag will allow you to move a little bit quicker as you word process. So you can see that doesn't read well. All I have to do is use the shortcut Control-Z to undo, and it places it in the correct order. And now that I'm happy with that overall finished result, Control-S will instantly save everything I've done. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little short lesson.